Fixxx on Dash Radio. Get the shit.
What's poppin'? What's good? What's I don't even know. What's good, Jay Weld?
Well, we got another dope guest in the building. I met this guy a couple months back, and it was at an artist search in San Diego, California, and I just liked his vibe. I saw him at the bar. His vibe was cool. He wasn't on no goofy shit. He wasn't on no silly shit. And then I heard his music, and it fit everything that I thought right off top. So I'm going to let him go ahead and introduce himself, and we're going to get into this interview.
Hey, what's going on? I'm Meez from Fairfield, California. I appreciate y'all for having me. We on the Fixxx, you feel me?
Of course. I like that little drop right there that you did. It's the Fixxx.
The Fixxx, man. Hell yeah.
That's what's up. So you're a rapper, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You're a rapper, okay. So how long you been rapping for?
Since I was like 13. I've been rapping for a while. I'm 30 now. But I've been doing it for my entire life.
Okay, so I know you said you're not too far from where like E40's from. So was
Right.
E40 one of your biggest influences?
Absolutely. He's legendary where we from, you know what I mean? They look at him like how whole California looks at Tupac, you know what I mean? E40 is like, you got to get your stamp of approval from E40 to really make it out of the Bay Area. So.
Yeah, 40's he's my favorite rapper of all time.
Okay, yeah.
And one of the reasons why is because I've been listening to him since elementary.
Right.
I'm 35 years old, so that's
Right.
crazy.
Yeah, that's a long day.
For a nigga
That's a
from
long
elementary to
he got a
still be
long
this dope.
longevity, you know what I'm saying?
Hell
A lot of
yeah.
longevity, and he got a lot of albums. He stay reinventing himself. It's
Hell
dope, you know
yeah.
what I mean?
The
It's
production is
inspirational.
crazy.
For real.
On
And he
all
knows
that
how to
shit.
integrate himself with new artists, and I think that's super dope.
So
I
how
think
would
he
you
can do that.
My bad for cutting you off.
You good.
How would you describe your flow? Are you hyphy? You know,
I
more
wouldn't-
about straight to it, talking and
I wouldn't
whatnot?
say hyphy. I mean, I don't even think we're still using that in the Bay Area, but I would say like it's like reality rap. I rap about my life, you know. I rap about things that I care about, things that I want to make people feel. You know what I'm saying? So I want them to listen to it and invoke some type of emotion.
So it's kind of like timeless rap.
I would
Because-
like to think so.
Yeah, because if it's, what you're really dealing with,
Right.
the everyday person's probably dealing with the same shit.
Exactly.
So there's no timestamp on that type of
Exactly.
music. So 10 years from now, somebody could still listen to it and be like, shit, I'm going through that too.
Yeah, for real, for real.
I like shit like that too because people will be able to see the progression in your career.
Absolutely.
You know, the things that you change, that you talk about over time. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, when the money start flowing, it's going to kind of look kind of crazy talking about
all your
stressed out
perspective
shit.
though,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, you could still be stressed out with a whole bunch of money. Money
True.
really isn't everything, you
True.
know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you got to stay grounded, stay humble, keep your perspective on life, and know that everything is still real life. The money ain't, you know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
money gonna come and go, but you
Yeah.
still gonna have to take care of your family. You still gonna have your friends, your loved ones, people that you care about, and you still gonna have emotions and feelings. So you
Yeah.
gotta tap into that. in
So
some way.
let's talk about a track you got called Genocide.
Okay.
Before we play it for everybody.
sure, for sure.
Tell the listeners about the track, and we're going to get into it, and we're going to come back, and then we're going to chop it up about the track.
Okay, for sure. So, genocide, like the whole base of the song is killing it. You know what I mean? When you think of genocide, you think of killing it. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what we're doing, and we feel like we causing a genocide on the game, man. It's featuring my boy Kaboo. We got him in the room with us.
Okay.
And yeah, man, we shot the video. I edited it, and it's one of my favorite songs off my new project that I'm putting together, man. So I hope people feel it.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take a small break, listen to the Fixxx on Dash Talk X, and this is Genocide.
That was hot.
Thank
That
you.
was him right there.
That's him
okay,
right there,
I did
man.
like that. That was
Thank
really
you. I
dope.
appreciate that. Absolutely. Thank
There's
you.
no reason why I shouldn't see you on my public page popping.
I
you
mean,
know,
God
there's
willing.
no reason. It's
day.
only a matter of time.
I hope so. I thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Your boy got me more hype.
Who,
The
Kaboo?
song,
Right,
yeah, the
Kaboo
song
in
was
the
already hard. The song was
corner.
hard. I'm like, that's the type of niggas you need
Energy,
with you.
man.
You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying?
You know
That's
what I
the
mean?
type of niggas you need.
And it's genuine, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's no yes man around.
Yeah, I
They
like
all-
that, man. I like
They gonna
that.
keep it real.
So you said your boy that's in here is on the track, right?
Yeah, infamous Kaboo is right there.
You know, you gotta get on the mic, bro. Come
Right,
on,
infamous Kaboo. Come
Come on,
on.
man.
Yeah, get on the mic.
Don't
Move
be
it
too
back.
infamous for the mic.
Humble.
Go ahead, man. Get your the headphones and everything set. You know, you can't have no hard song like that and not talk
Right.
about
Yeah,
that,
man.
man.
Gotta get my brother in there, man.
And I always give a lot of credit to my brethren, though. You feel me? He keep me lit. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I get a little sidetracked with the music, but bro always make sure a nigga stay on it. He bring out the best in a nigga.
So you guys said this is gonna be on the new project coming out, right?
Right.
I know when y'all perform this shit, niggas gonna go crazy.
Man, we already done performed it a couple times, man.
Oh,
we done had a
man.
great response. You know what I mean?
Man,
People
I
love
like
it.
that shit.
For sure. Thank you, brother.
It had us hyped because they was looking at us like, okay, this guy.
Oh yeah.
Right.
That's our whole hype though. Have fun with it. Keep the energy involved.
Yeah.
You feel me? Try not to be so serious all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but it's a little bit hard sometimes when it's your dream and your passion. But for the most part, bring energy and have fun with it. You feel me?
So how'd you guys link up?
Originally, like he, how am I gonna put it? Kaboo is a factor from where I'm from. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
A lot of people know him in the street, so I knew about him before I knew about him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And a lot of
OG.
people. Something like that. And a lot of people know about it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people know me for the music. So while we was in the streets, we had ran into each other. And my boy was telling me to bring him to the studio, you know what I'm saying? So while I was handling business, I brought him to the studio. And it's just been love ever since. He a real good dude, real genuine dude, real spiritual. And we just vibe, you know what I mean? And I like the vibe that we had, and we just kept it going since then. So
yeah, our boy shot him out, Pico. He had brought us together, and my partner Pico, he had brought us together, and basically like he said, a nigga was involved in some shit, looking for that exit, so to say, and having music as an outlet, bro, was like, come spend some time over here with us. That's what we got going on at the time. That's when I met Meez. Immediately seen, oh, this man is serious with the bars, all the shit. Like, if you go back and do a, like I would call it a discography on this dude.
Yeah.
This ain't new. This nigga been raw like this for a long time. So from there, up top. So from there, it was like it had me get a little bit more serious because I was one of them cats where like, bro, come record. I'm like, nah, my phone going crazy. I ain't got no time for no studio. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going too far into that. But yeah, so like he said, with that, it just brought me into it a little bit more. We had some sort of a structure with music, and from there we just took off, and we always did songs together with other people. But what stood out is a lot of times we did music together. A lot of people would be like, damn, y'all should do a project together. When you niggas link up, that shit be going crazy. So,
Absolutely.
So from there, and then the dreams just continued, and the passion and the vision just continued to, I guess you could say, be cultivated. And we just grew tighter and tighter and said, well, let's just keep doing it. Even if it ain't us doing songs, let's make sure we keep each other encouraged with this shit. You feel me?
For real.
That's what it just turned into.
That's what's up. So how long have you been doing music for?
I've been doing music since I came out my mother's womb. Nah, for a long time, though. You know how it go. I mean, shit, you let me tell it not to go too far into the left field, but shit, music, that's a black man's other language, so to say. You feel me? We come out, we musically inclined. So I say that to really say that I've been doing music for a long time. I'm a little older, so for me, like I say, shit, I used to tell me, I used to think I could beatbox. I wanted to be a DJ, listening to Too Short, NWA, KRS-One, all that shit. So it's just always been a part of me. And then I had a lot of run-ins with the law. So being in jail, you know how that shit go. That become your poetry. So from there, it just was something I always did to kind of be a therapy, whatnot. You feel me?
Do you still bump those artists that you used to listen to heavily, or are you all caught up in this new era?
Nah, not at all.
I'm not caught up in the new. I love it though.
You do love it?
I do love it, but hell yeah, I still listen to all that old school. Like shit, if I was to bring up something on my phone, I was just listening to Prodigy the other day, and old Mobb Deep, and that's just what I do. When I listen to certain radio stations, cause I got the satellite radio, I still listen to the old music because it resonates and it reminds you of where you first got that passion and that direction
And
with
substance. It still has, that's still music that got substance. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't got nothing to say no more for real. Like,
well, exactly, because now it's all shit. How many bitches I can fuck? Excuse me.
Nah, you can say whatever on this show.
Say whatever you
Now
want.
it's just about really how much money I got. You ain't got it, so fuck you, you lame. I fucked your bitch.
Or the drug talk.
And
Right,
the drug
yeah, a
talk.
lot of
And
drugs.
it's like, and we've been saying these things, but in a different
Yeah.
manner.
Yeah.
So it reminds me to keep your shit intact because there's so many people listening, and it's not about being a bragger or, like he was saying earlier, it ain't just about the money, because when that shit gone, who are you?
Yeah.
I was just asking Jay World earlier, what do you think music's going to go to after this jumble, mumble, all this stuff that's going on. I mean, it's hot. Don't get me wrong, because there is some type of. Because I'm not gonna lie, I listen to it too sometimes. You know, I be bumping to it. Yeah, I still like it. I still like it, but at the same time, I'm like, you know, I get irritated with it for too long. Right. So, do you all think it is gonna go right back to the substance and the content, or it's gonna take a while for us to truly get back to that being like the main idea of what music's supposed to do for you?
Honestly, I think music is just gonna keep evolving. You know what I mean? And it really always been this way. Like he said, we always been doing the same thing, just in a different way. And people were always looking at it different. Like the generation before us was like, what the hell they doing? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The generation. And now we looking at them like, what the hell they doing? Mm-hmm. When they get to our age, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be looking at the young cats, and they probably gonna be doing something completely different. Yeah. And they're gonna be looking at it the same way. And I say that to say that I think the music is going to be around. We still going to be talking about the same stuff, just in different ways. And it's going to keep evolving.
You know, a point that you made was like, you know, some of the shit that we grew up on, like Too Short and the Dog Pound, they was saying like, fuck a bitch and all that shit. Right. But the whole thing was, they was actually talking about something on top of that.
Right.
And the production was quality.
Right.
So that music comes off timeless. The shit you hear now, it's like, they may say fuck a bitch, that's the hook. That's the verse.
Fuck a bitch.
Yeah, that's the whole shit. Fuck a bitch. Fuck a bitch.
It cost this much, and you ain't. Come
and then it's right back to fuck a bitch. Right. So it's like that shit is whack. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's because not to cut you off. I think it's because of people's attention spans though too. Everybody is real short, and like people ain't even gonna listen to a 4-minute song anymore. You know what I'm saying? So they're real repetitive. You got to be able to grasp somebody in the first minute of your track. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why people are so repetitive and they're so simple, because you got to be able to sing along with the stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Why do you all feel like that? Why do you all feel like we can't? Because I remember growing up and I used to be like, dang, I like how long these videos are nowadays. Right. They're like a minute and 30 seconds. Right. So I'm like, dang, I didn't really get to listen to how good you are.
I think it's because back then there was no YouTube.
Social media.
There was no social media. So it was like when your project came out, niggas could only see that video, that article in the source, the XXL. If you didn't pop on none of those 3 platforms, your shit better be immaculate or you was fucked.
Right.
Because you was coming out with 1 album per year.
Right.
Now you could come out with some trash. You got the internet. A month later, you come out with some hot shit. Niggas will never talk about the trash.
Plus all the other gimmicks that go with this shit now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Everything got like kind of a gimmick to it. It's almost real. It's really rare. It's crazy because it's like it's being faded out. And that's no disrespect or shade to nobody, because I mean, it's almost like, damn, anybody could kind of get I guess you could say they minute of fame, so to say, with just pulling some kind of stunt, and that's what waters the shit down, because people looking for so much other shit. And like I say, you could put money in the mix and people think, oh, they made it, or this person's authentic, or they wear this, or they got this, and that ain't even it. It lost a lot of the core value. I mean, shit, but I mean, you got to think about it. Whenever you put 1 million people doing the same thing, it loses its authenticity, and that's just the truth of the matter.
And then hip hop right now is like WWF.
Come on,
you know what I'm saying? It's like
that.
some fake shit. Because back in the day, the shit niggas was rapping about, them niggas was doing that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, remember Vanilla Ice got hung off a balcony?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Too Short was gangster as fuck. E40 ran up on, had his boys run up on Biggie for Biggie running his mouth in the source.
Yeah.
Now a nigga say, like earlier we was talking about designers say, I'm a slap a nigga.
Yeah.
And then an hour later he apologizing.
But
it's
you know
like, you
why,
know you ain't
though?
gonna slap a nigga because he know he ain't gonna be able to come on the radio no more.
I mean, but on top of that too, it's because they publicizing everything. Like back then, why would you? You're not gonna film yourself doing no crime. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna film yourself threatening nobody, so you can't take none of this shit serious anyway.
Yeah.
Somebody tell you they gonna slap you, and then they get on Instagram and show the world like, hey, I'm finna go slap him.
Right? Yeah.
Police looking, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody taking you serious.
And
like,
the police got a whole unit watching niggas' social media.
Yeah, for real.
So you know,
for real.
if you tattling on yourself, you know a nigga.
They bringing
not
that up
doing
in court,
shit.
definitely.
Yep.
They bringing tweets up and all that, everything in court.
All
serious,
that shit.
So.
Yeah, so it's gonna be hard to get back to the real deal shit.
But just
Social media ruined all that.
And just to answer that, in my short term, history repeat itself. So I do believe it's gonna go back to that. And it's certain artists. Shout out to my brethren. Shout out to me. And then you go higher levels. You got your J. Cole's. You got your what's his name? I just got put on to something Phoebe. He out of New York. But it's certain people that's doing that, and I believe that history repeat itself. Look at the clothes we wear. People, these youngsters thinking they wearing tracksuits and that's new. No, that shit old as shit.
Yeah, like Fila made a comeback. All these old brands made a comeback.
I just seen Elise on there with a shirt. Remember Elise and the Diodors and shit? Come on, bruh. So history repeat itself, bruh. It'll be back.
Carl Kanai.
Come on.
It's all coming back.
But some of that shit look fucked up back in the day, though. So it's like, nigga,
one thing we ain't gonna do is wear them big ass tees.
clothes.
Come on, we just talking
it's a wrap on that shit. Them hammer pants, that shit's never coming back.
Pictures. We used to wear the tall tees.
Come on, man.
5X,
Yeah,
5X tees.
Nightgowns.
Yeah, nightgowns. That shit look crazy.
I used to wear pants. The waist size was like 2 sizes bigger.
Yeah.
You done bundled the shit up.
Look like you drowning in them. Like it really
yeah.
make you look like you like hella little
We
for
was just
real.
looking at some pictures.
That shit's never coming back.
Never.
So
Never.
how you guys feel being, real niggas in the game, and then you got niggas like Kanye that's just fucking retarded?
I ain't got nothing against. Honestly, I ain't got nothing against him speaking his mind, but he just says the wrong shit. He speaks his mind at the wrong time, and I don't think he know how to articulate himself. But I don't think he's coming from a bad place. You know what I'm saying? Necessarily, I just don't think he understands. And some people get the spotlight, and they got mental issues for real, and they don't put it out there, and people just accept it because, like, okay, he Kanye, he rich, but that man going through something for real. You know what I'm saying?
This is when the rap game need a Pac.
Oh yeah,
because the moment Pac would have heard him say some shit like slavery was a choice,
right?
Kanye's whole career would have been over.
You know what we was just talking about though, which is crazy, is how would Pac maneuver in the social media age?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you think he would be on Instagram like? He might be like 50 Cent or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I
think you ever seen the old Pac the documentary Thug Angel? Remember he's sitting on the couch eating pizza and talking shit high and all that. He's with with Spice One. He's with Richie Rich, and they just sitting there talking shit. I think that's how Pac would be. I think he'd have a live shit up. He'd just be sitting there smoking, talking shit about bitches, hoe ass niggas in the game,
giving us peace of mind,
all that shit, and then slam the camera. You know how Pac do, and go about his business.
And that same spirit resonate with a lot of individuals. That's why a lot of people don't entertain that shit and don't participate in it, because that's kind of the blueprint that was laid out for a lot of us. So being real individuals from wherever they from, straight up. You're right. Absolutely.
That's what's up. So you guys see yourselves working with E40 in the future? Anybody else in the Bay that's popping right now?
Sure. I didn't been fortunate enough to work with almost the whole Bay. No, I wouldn't say everybody, but I haven't worked with E40, and that would be great. But yeah, man, most definitely. I just want to reach out and bring all my people up, because that's really what I'm trying to do it for, bring my brothers up. And on top of that, just put a spotlight on the Bay Area, because I feel like we slept on, and we really got a real good music network out there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's coming back, man. When that whole era, the hyphy movement,
right? When
that shit was popping, every club out here was popping.
It was serious.
That shit was serious. Hard, man.
Last night we went into a hookah lounge, and I don't know if they knew where we was from or what, but as soon as we got in there, they start playing like Federation and all these.
For real?
People that's from where we from, though. You know what I'm saying? And we like.
I had on some dope air shit.
That might have been why. Yeah,
that's what's up.
That might have been why. Yeah,
that's what's up.
They gave us a good 10, 12-minute segment of slapping some Bay shit.
That was dope.
707 shit specifically.
That was dope.
That's what's up. So being from the Bay, how you guys feel about the Raiders, man?
Man,
I'm a Raider fan, so
I got mixed emotions because I'm from the Bay Area, but I'm a Cowboys fan. You feel me? So I'm not a 49er fan or a Raiders fan.
Okay, what's your team?
Dallas Cowboys.
This is what see.
Come on, I don't want to hear.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to.
You a Cowboy fan? All right, come on.
God, here we go.
Look,
you a Raider fan?
We here with it.
You see, my brother over there looking at me funny because he know I ain't in the sports, so he be like, "What you about to say?" I ain't really got no team, bro.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
When I started liking football, man, Cowboys had the squad. They had
Emmitt Smith and all of them. Okay,
that's the golden era, man. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out why she like him, because that was when in the what year was you born?
97.
No, you wasn't even born when them niggas.
Oh yeah, I mean,
like what the fuck? Like your dad.
But my dad's a die hard, very die hard.
Now I understand, because
like yelling at the screen type.
Oh shit!
See, that's why I don't like sports. I got partners like that. I'd be like, nigga,
be serious for real.
If you was on the field, I could understand that energy. You ain't doing nothing to contribute to the team. Relax, nigga. Relax.
You see, you sound like my mom.
That's for real, though.
You not even on the field.
That's crazy. So let's go ahead and take one more break. We're gonna play another song, and we're all gonna come back and chop it up about that. You listen to the Fixxx on Dash Talk X.
Yeah, shame on you.
Shame on you.
Hey, that was hot.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You know, I was over here chatting it up with you. I was playing. I was like, yo, this is a hit. This
It's
is
a
a
vibe,
cut.
man. It's a feeling. I want people to feel something. You know what I mean?
I could picture that like everywhere playing.
Thank you. I mean,
In
I
the
would
club,
like for it
day
to be played everywhere,
parties.
too.
Everything.
Cool, most definitely. I hope so one day.
Are they playing you in the club? Like, what's going on?
I mean, I get love in the Bay Area, but I'm trying to branch out and do more things in other places. But yeah, I mean, as far as my area, I get a lot of love. So
yeah,
That's
you
right.
keep
That's
doing
what's
what you're
up.
doing. They ain't gonna have no choice
Thank you,
but to
brother.
pay attention to it
Thank you,
because
brother.
there's a difference in the certain levels of music. You got people that their music is cool, but the production's not good.
Right.
But I feel yours, the quality
thank you,
is
bro.
all across the board is good. You know what I'm saying? You could tell you really taking your time with it. You not
Right.
like some nigga out here just focused on getting money.
Not
You
at
know
all.
what I'm saying? You
'cause
could tell in the work.
something that I love to do. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like people taking I don't like people taking this for granted. You know what I mean? It bothers me when people don't take this serious and they're moving in certain different ways and they don't respect the culture. So I try to put my best foot forward every time I do something.
Yeah, we can see that, man.
Thank you, brother.
You know what I'm saying? I get some niggas come in here and I'll be like, man, they shit garbage. But
Man,
your shit
But
popping,
we-
man.
but
I'm
we
glad
be
I got
lucky
an
having
honest
to rock
opinion,
to
man.
it.
Popping.
Thank you,
Nah,
bro.
cause I'll be raw with niggas in here. I'll be like,
And I'm okay with that. You know what I'm
man,
saying?
Your shit popping though.
With music, you got to be okay with criticism. If you
Yeah.
can't take it, you in the wrong business anyway.
Yeah.
So I appreciate all that.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so you engineer and you edit
Yes.
and you engineered that
That
song?
particular song, no, the Legion engineered that song, but I engineered maybe like 70% of my new CD, and I also do like the videos, and we got our boys helping and stuff also. But yeah, I try to do a lot of things myself.
Y'all moving the right way, man.
Yeah.
Trying
That's
to.
how you know you guys is like serious about this shit. Cause you get niggas that come in here, they got the girl with them. They worried about their girl seeing them on the radio.
Right.
Y'all niggas got your boy that's dope. He holding the live shit. You got your boy holding the camera. He taking pictures. You moving like a star.
Thank you, brother.
Let me add to that.
Thank you,
One
brother.
thing that we that's one thing we came together and said before was no egos and you know, we want to see each other. But if he win, I win, I win. That's our motto. We try to make sure we stick to that. Like I say, put all egos to the side, be a self-contained unit, and all that other shit will come eventually. You feel me?
Yeah.
But it's going back to it ain't about money. It ain't about to what look good. We doing it's a different passion, a different motivation. So yeah, and let me give him some credit because you're right. This nigga, right? He do a lot of shit. I'll be asking, bro, you mix that song? I'll be get to it. I'll be like, okay, I got to remember this man editing videos, recording all this shit. So
Yeah.
definitely give him some shots out for that. For
So
sure.
you got
for
like
sure.
a Nipsey Hussle vibe then, where you there's no middleman, where you're doing everything hands on yourself. 'Cause
Right.
There was a point he was editing all his music.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
He would be in the studio by himself.
That's
and he
dope,
would put
man.
on the beat and he'd run to the mic,
So yeah, we used to do
his
that
shit,
too,
and
man.
then he'd run back to the laptop, stop the beat, edit
Right.
it, chop it
I
up.
think
See,
I
I-
seen him say that on the interview.
Yeah,
I got it set up now though, so because we
Yeah.
were recording in my living room sometimes. I got the mic right next to the computer, so now
Yeah.
we don't got to run and you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I could just do it right
Yeah,
there, but
see,
that's
that-
dope though.
And that's why, like, artists like him and you, the quality is in the music. Because
Man.
you see the hard work. And I always tell people, when you're trying to build some shit, you got to realize there's a lot of shit that goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's not just music,
And
for
it's
sure.
not the shit in front of the camera.
Right.
So, like, a lot of motherfuckers might hear your song and be like, man, this nigga's dope. But they don't get the hurdles you've overcame to
Right.
get to that level. With
Absolutely.
the recording by yourself, building your team. Because I've had teams where, you know, you got to get rid of niggas. And
Yeah,
you
I
gotta-
mean, everybody goes through it, and we had our own specific issues, but you know, it's a trial and error. You know,
Yeah.
you got to figure out who needs to be around and who doesn't, and who's going to be an asset to the team and who's going to be bringing us down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like the people that I got around me right now are the people I want around me because we work good.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. Keep that team and keep on moving.
Absolutely.
So go ahead and tell us where we can find you out. What's your social media?
Well, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of that at Meez. It's ICEMEEZ, and it's the same on all social media. So you type that in and you'll find it. And same on YouTube, iTunes, all of that. I got projects out. Got like over 70 videos probably on YouTube, so check me out for sure.
Yeah, so when that new project drop, I'm going to bring y'all back, man.
For sure.
I'm a man of his word. So if I say I'm bringing y'all back, y'all going to come back.
Oh, yeah,
you know
for sure, bro. For sure.
So what we going to do is we going to wrap the show, but we're going to play one more song for him. You go ahead and download the app, the Fixxx app. All the content's going to be on there. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, follow him on social media. You listening to the Fixxx on Dash Talk X. I'm your boy, Jay Well.
And I'm Codigo Red.
And Stevie Williams will be back next week. Make sure you follow everybody on the team. Follow my manager, Mola. She works hard. Follow my cousin, Isaiah. Follow all these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Follow every nigga you see on the live video. Follow them niggas.
Follow
you know
everybody,
Show some
for
love.
real.
Show some love.
Show
Spread
some motherfucking love, man.
Straight like that.
But we're going to go ahead and play one more track, and we're going to get up out of here.